Welcome everyone to session 4. I'm gonna pause the tavern music because we're about to get some sick intro. Okay, fast forward to the right time, and I'm gonna take one more sip of my scotch.
Hold please for scotch.
Great, okay. Alright, and away we go. Previously on Crossroads, our heroes continued their journey to the cave. Zoo scared some goblins away while Brondus and Zalin foraged for food. Flynn found a rocky outcropping for their campsite. During the night, the party had strange visions of various entities foretelling more power for them. The next day, they reached the mouth of the cave. Entering cautiously, they saw a torn and bloody backpack and smelled the stench of death in the air. Brondus created some makeshift masks laced with lavender to help with the smell. It was not long before they ventured into the cave and discovered many bodies. Zoo investigated a strange nest in the center of the cave, while the rest of the night gang looted the bodies. To everyone's shock, the nest exploded and a danger noodle attacked our heroes. The danger noodle's stony hide repelled many of the party's attacks, but Flynn was able to make an opening with her magic. Brondus held the creature down, while Zoo landed the killing blow. Crossing a shallow pool of fetid water, the party solved a statue puzzle. Lo and behold, their objective appeared, a bowl they were not allowed to touch. They ended up poop-bagging it. But what awaits our heroes when they return to Ogsley? What mysteries will they uncover? Find out right now on Crossroads.
Woo!
Alright, so... Yeah...
That was amazing.
Sick music.
I forgot about the poop bag.
Yeah. So our story, we open up exactly maybe not exactly where we left off, but our party is on the way back from their excursion into the cave, and we're gonna start, as we always do, with fun facts. This time, we're starting with Zalin. Zalin, do you have a fun fact about yourself that you would like to share?
Zalin is the 3-time champion of the fish eating competition in his clan.
Fish eating?
Yes.
Awesome. Just winning competitions left and right. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Zalin, you are now at the back of the queue. Next week, we're going to start with Zoo, but right now, Zoo, do you have a fun fact for us?
Zoo likes to find the highest spot in any town that she's like vibing in and stealing shit, and that is her nap spot for the night.
The highest spot?
Yeah, just likes to climb some
These
shit
are good
and find
facts.
Yeah, these are really good. Nice. All right. Sorry. Zalin, on your way back from this, we get to like the first night, and you kind of blink a couple of times, and you can see those glowing rivers of light beneath the ground again, and you see that beyond those rivers, they branch out into these little cracks of light. All the ground is just latticed with these points of light, and you find that you can connect with it. You are level 2 ranger now. You are able to tap into these ley lines, this natural energy that runs beneath the ground all over the world, and you're able to use that to gain magic. Because you're level 2, you're going to gain some hit points, as we all do at level 2. So, I want you to click on the hit dice button above your attacks, and you're going to add that many maximum hit points to your hit points.
Hit dice button. All right. Hiya.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Damn.
You are now the proud owner of 20 hit points.
Jesus. I'm pretty sure I have 8.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Zoo, I want you to do the same.
Nice.
Awesome, awesome. You now own 15 hit points. Boom. Hell yeah. Next up, we have Brondus. Brondus, do you have a fun fact for us?
Brondus has a little locket from his hometown with a picture of his mother in it.
Cute.
Aw.
Of course Brondus does.
That's sweet.
That's great. That's really nice.
I'm changing mine now because you said that.
Okay. Brondus, why don't you go ahead and roll them hit dice?
Where are you guys rolling hit dice?
Damn!
Where is that?
Right next to your death saves, underneath temporary hit points. To the left.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Damn, Brondus, you now have 26 hit points.
Oh my god.
Nice.
What are these rolls?
Beefy boy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, actually, so you're a dwarf, which means you have dwarvish toughness, which means you actually have 27 hit points.
Holy.
Oh my god. I'm no longer gonna stop you from running into battle. You can just go.
This is where the tanking comes in.
Yeah, the tank, yep.
Flynn, do you have a fun fact for us?
I was gonna say that Flynn prefers to sleep in a hammock over a tent, but now, after Brondus said that, Flynn is definitely also carrying a locket with Martha's face in it.
Oh my god, I love that.
Awesome. Awesome. Alright, Flynn, I want you to click on them hit dice button. Sweet. Alright.
Okay.
You are now the proud owner of 12 hit points.
Fine, it's better than
Believe
8.
it!
Protect that little bitch with your life.
At least Flynn isn't that squishy.
No, I'm fine. I can use magic to fuck him up.
Alright, this is not the right music that I wanted. Okay. There we go. We see our heroes returning. It's been a few days where they have been going back and... oh, little baby Bowser boy. We see our heroes returning to town. It's been not the easiest journey. If there's anything you all would like to RP before you get back into town, feel free to do so now.
We're just walking back from the cave with the snake.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Danger Noodle.
Danger Noodle. Are you guys still carrying all of the parts of the Danger Noodle that you insisted on keeping?
Yes, because armor can be made.
Whatever you say. Flynn is grumbling about how long it took and how much she needs a drink.
Awesome. Yeah. So, you get back into town. There we go. You have the bowl with you. It's in, I believe, Brondus's bag. And once you get into town, you have maybe like a couple of hours of daylight left. One of the guards that's right at the borders of the farmland. Once you get right around this well, he comes up to the four of you, and you see he's looking a little on edge. He's got his hand close to his sword isn't drawn, but he's got his hand like close to the hilt. And he stops the four of you as you attempt to enter town. And he says, "State your business."
What is our business here? I whisper. What are we?
Quest, who did we get the quest from?
From a random dude who got drawn in the streets and taken away.
Yeah.
But wasn't there someone else?
Didn't we get...
We're supposed to go to
the library, right?
the library.
Is that right? What was our
Yes.
business in town?
Yes,
The young adults section of the library. We
That's
have
right.
to go there.
that is not until. Oh shit! What
That's
was it?
after. No, that's after. Because literally the
that's
dude
way
who
past.
got...
That's like
Okay,
That's like 2 weeks after.
Oh,
I
was
use...
the shopkeeper? The kangaroo shopkeeper person?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to
Yeah.
go back to that asshole.
Oh yeah, greedy.
So,
Okay, I say to the guard, we're weary travelers and we need supplies.
so he takes a look at you. He takes a look at like the blood stains on your clothes, and that your weapons are all notched and stuff. And he says, "Huh, gremlin chasers, I see. All right." And he takes a look at Zalin, and he stops, and he like you see his hand slowly go closer to his weapon, and he says, "You, where were you last night?"
Oh,
I was in a cave fighting a snake.
Okay. I like nudge him. He said we were goblin chasers.
He
I
says,
thought he said gremlin.
Gremlin,
Yeah.
you're right.
He says, "Can you prove that you weren't here last night?"
Show him the
like
I mean,
snake.
nudges
Yeah.
Or
nudges
Who's
Zalin
in
and
there?
is like, "Hey, we're literally carrying the snake."
Yeah, it's like, would you like to hold this large piece of snake as proof?
So you pull out parts of the parts of the creature that you learned a while later is called a grick, and you pull out parts of this, like the claws that you cut off, and he looks at the claws, he looks back up at you, and he says, "All right, well, you come on in. Best be careful though." And he walks off. And he fucks off.
Why is everyone so on edge in town?
So
Something
sus
happened.
today.
Something happened last night.
So you have a couple of hours of daylight left. I believe you all have a couple of like individual things that you need to do. Zoo, I believe you need to go to the Dancing Displacer Beast to meet up with Darwin, if that's something that you want to do.
Yes. That sounds
Awesome.
epic.
Great.
It's almost like if you want.
That sounds
I mean,
super fun. Let's do
yeah.
it.
So Zoo, you and I mean you all can go with it, with them. It's up to you. But Zoo, you get to the Dancing Displacer Beast with maybe some of your friends.
Yeah,
And-
I come with Zoo. We bonded.
Zalin is
Mhm.
looking for an armorer to modify equipment.
Are you with
Okay.
us, Brondus?
Okay.
I'll go with Zalin.
Okay, so it's just me and Zoo.
Okay. Great. So we'll first go to the Dancing Displacer Beast, where we see Flynn and Zoo go into they open the doors, grab a seat, they sit down. Zoo, you see that Darwin is sitting at a table off to the side, and he, as soon as he sees you sit down, he gets up, he sits down right at the table with the two of you.
Who's this?
And so Darwin, he looks at Flynn for a little bit. He says, "It's a friend of yours?"
Yeah, she's cool.
I like
Huh.
flip my axe up so that it's like resting on my shoulder when he says that.
Nice. So yeah, so you're balancing Solace on your
Mhm.
shoulder, and he says, he's like, "Huh, that's a pretty big hammer for such a small person."
Yeah, well, you should see what this small person can do with this big hammer. And I roll my eyes.
So yeah, he smirks and he says, huh, all right. He turns to Zoo and he says, "You got something for me?"
Did I?
He says, "Something small and purple that don't belong to you."
Didn't that
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, I did. I have it right here. And Zoo reaches in their bag for the thing, and passes it over. I'm sorry, I completely forgot what I stole. I'm so sorry.
Great. So
steal
you
so
take
much.
the amethyst out that
Yeah.
you took from one of the bodies.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay, cool. Oh,
Drop it in
yes.
his hand, and he kind of throws it up, catches it a couple of times. He just he's like, huh, all right, and he fishes in his pocket, and he pulls out a platinum coin, and he starts like
Oh,
twirling it between his fingers, and he's like, all right, and he just like does this, and then he like kind of. Obviously, I don't know how to do it, but he like puts it back in his hand, and he gives it to you, Zoo, and he says, "Consider this your first down payment." And he so you can put 1 platinum in your inventory.
Platinum.
And he says,
hell
to
yeah.
Zoo, he's like, "Welcome to the nose." And
Bro, welcome.
You literally
yourself.
just joined the
Thank
Thieves
you
Guild.
so much. Thank you. And the Zoo is like in character, just like amazed by how shiny this fucking coin is. Like eyes wide, just like money.
So we have a quick montage of Darwin talking to Zoo and just like starting to teach her like the thieves' cant lingo that the nose uses, and he also teaches Zoo about like how to kind of get the most out of your movement. And Zoo, cunning action now.
Mm-hmm.
You were just taught how to use it, how to really he calls it using your wit. And so now as a bonus action, you can disengage, dash, or hide. You can do this before or after your regular action or movement or whenever.
So,
but yeah. So you now know that. Flynn, as this is happening, you feel like a chill go through you as you're leaning Solace over your shoulder, and you realize that the hammer is oddly cold. And you kind of like inspect it, and the Zoo, you see Flynn's eyes briefly like blaze this bright purple for a second, and then it stops immediately as soon as it started. And Flynn, you hear in your mind, you have some more abilities now. You hear, I've digested, so now I can turn it into power.
You ate
And
the shadow?
oh my god,
Yes.
what kind of shield hero? I love this.
Damn. You
Shield
eat shadow
hero.
and spit magic.
Yes, you bring me more shadows. I got all kinds of stuff for you. Whatever you need, I got you.
Bet.
Yeah. So you now know Beast Speech and Fiendish Vigor as your Eldritch Invocations, and you've taken an additional spell.
Yes.
We hard cut.
Sick.
We hard cut to the sound of loud hammering, and we see the shimmer of heat in the air as Brondus and Zalin open the door to the Vels Smith. I believe that's what it was called, right? Yes, the Vels Smith, where you see a dwarf. The same dwarf that you'd spoken to before. He looks up at you, and he gives you a nod. He says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, I'd like to modify my leather armor that I currently have with this beast's hide, and Zalin pulls out the parts and remnants that were stowed away.
So he looks at the Grick skin that you've taken off, and he says, "Oh boy, he says, it's gonna take me a wee bit of time to find out. First of all, what the fuck this is that you've brought me. But I guess I can I could probably modify your hide armor if that's the armor you're thinking, and I could probably help you.
Yes,
Are you
that
about
would
to get
be
snakeskin
great.
armor?
I
I hope it
hope
looks
so.
like snakeskin cowboy boots, but armor.
Ooh, I want cowboy boots.
You were reacting to the different part of that sentence that I thought you were.
So he looks at the armor, and he looks at the hide. That he's just kind of looking at it. He's studying it. He taps it a few times with his blacksmith hammer, and he says, "All right, I could do this for let's say 30 gold pieces."
Alrighty. Right now,
That's a lot of gold we don't have.
Right now, I only have 17 gold pieces, but I can throw in this ruby with it alongside it.
That ruby's probably over the
Ah.
30.
How much is that ruby
Good.
worth?
So he takes out a little, like, the little jeweler's magnifying glass, and he takes a look at this ruby, which I am going to look up right now because I have this handy dandy thing right here. And he takes a look at it, and he says, shite. He says, so Zalan, I want you to make me an insight check.
Oh, fuck. Alright. First roll of the game, let's go! Shit!
Oof.
Beautiful. So he looks at it. He says, "Hi, this'll do," and he puts it in his pocket. And he says, "Leave the hide by the door. I'll have your armor set for you. Give me a couple of days. I'll be able to fix it up for you."
Why do I get the feeling
Alrighty.
that completely scammed?
Yeah, I think you just lost
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad
So
at
he
you. You tell me.
Well, guess what? The ruby was mine.
All right.
So,
Before we go,
he,
I want to ask the blacksmith. So I had this idea for a custom shield that is also the sheath for my sword, so I can kind of just like pop the sword in and then cast and then pop sword back out. How much do you think it would run to get something like that made?
"Hey, a shield sheath. That's no problem. I can do that for you." He says, "I'll just lump it in with the other hide. The ruby should cover it. Should be fine."
Oh, okay. Wow.
He says, so he
I
looks at you. He's a dwarf. You're a dwarf. He extends his like, he's got this big, thick, calloused hand, and he extends it to you, and he says, "My name is Kalen Kadak."
Nice to meet you, Kaylin. My name's Brondus.
You do like one of these, and he says, "All right, give me a couple of days.
Thank you
I
for the
should have
stack.
both of those things ready for you."
Thank you very much. Hiller's blessings be upon you.
Aye, yeah, aye, all right. And he gives you a nod. You hear him muttering. He's like, religious types, and you continue out. So you get back more for. You get back more. That's not Scotch. You go to your inn, where you go to sleep for the evening, unless there's anything that you all would particularly like to do in the night.
Do we need to go back to the library or not yet?
So you
right?
have like a week. You have like
Yeah.
a week or two until that's like until that date happens.
Okay.
So you have plenty of time. The next morning.
I would like to go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I would like to go to Pelor's temple and kind of meditate on that dream I had.
Nice. So you sit in the front pew. Is that what it's called? The things where you sit in a church?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to the front pew, and you are sitting and you're meditating, and once more you hear that whisper in the back of your mind. And you turn, you see that angel once more, and she says, "You're ready." And you see her open her hand where that purely concentrated bead of light is, and she holds it out to you this time.
Alright, I kind of bow and hold my hands up like that.
Nice. So you feel it lightly touch your palms, and you look at your hands, and the light, it just kind of like spreads like the mirror in the Matrix when it like surrounds Neo's whole body. It just goes around your hands, and they begin to glow, and then they just kind of fade back to normal. And you look up, and she's gone. You're back. Everything seems to be exactly how it was when you first got in, and you feel warm. You feel warmth coming from your chest, and you intuitively seem to know that you've grown in power, and you just hear like the light protects the innocent, and you get the feeling that you can protect the people around you now even better than you could before, which is the fighting style protection that you have. And you have access to spells, you have access to smite, your lay on hands is better. Just like pimp my Brondus. Fantastic. Yeah, and so
Pimp my Brondus.
That happens. That happens. So you all go to sleep.
Wait, I want to check out and see what happened in the town last night.
Sorry. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so you're going around, you're walking around town. You see that a couple of the guards seem to be just on edge, just kind of looking around. One of them notices you as you approach, and as you get closer, he says, "All right, that's far enough.
Why is everyone?
What?
Go ahead.
State your business, citizen."
Why are you so on edge? I was here mere days ago, and the air was calm. What's up?
He says, "Well, last night there was a bit of an incident around around Oren's pub to the north west.
Everyone's on edge over a bar fight?"
He says, "Oh no, it weren't no fight. People saw out in an alley, saw a body, ripped apart. It was like some kind of animal, but no animal I've ever seen. Whole pieces. All that was left was a bit of an arm, part of a head, bit of a foot, and a lot of blood. Whole lot of blood. It was awful. The funniest thing, though, is that someone saw one of them lion folk leaving the scene.
Lion
So we've been taking a look out. You know, and you see his buddy's like, Leonin. He's like, oh yeah, the Leonin. Saw one of them leaving the scene. So
You think... Alright, I don't say anything else. I side-eye them, I kind of nod my head. Orin's Pub is where Flynn and Zoo were, right?
No.
Okay.
Flynn and Zoo were in the Dancing Displacer Beast.
Yeah, so can I go back to, like, wherever we're staying and or, like, past the temple and run into Brondus somehow before I go to the pub?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You go into Palor's temple, you just kind of poke your head in. You see that Brondus is kneeling deep in prayer. And you walk into the temple, but it's funny, as you cross the threshold of the temple, you hear Solus being like, I don't like this.
Shush! Shush! Brondus! Hey, you were with Zalin, right? Where's Zalin?
Yeah, what? I'm up.
Where's
I
Zalin?
wasn't sleeping.
Have you seen Zalin?
I'm not.
Go find Zalin. The guards are looking for some kind of... Zalin, you're Leonin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guards are looking for someone Leonin who did something real nasty at Orin's Pub. Go warn Zalin not to poke his head around town.
All right.
Zoo is like bouncing behind Flynn, by the way.
I kind of retrace my steps back to the blacksmith to see if I can find him.
Okay, so we quick cut to like 5 minutes ago, and
Okay.
we see Zalin heading out of the blacksmith's, and just as he and Brondus part ways, Zalin turns a corner and almost bumps straight into a guard. And the guard looks up at Zalin, he's like, "Hey, wait a minute." And Zalin, this guard, he comes up to you, and he kind of does like the 2-finger whistle thing. And
Can you not do it?
Zalin, you see a couple more guards. I can't fucking do it.
You can't do the double whistling?
It's gonna be embarrassingly
You
bad
didn't
if I try.
practice beforehand? Come on, Tyler, give it. Come
Yeah,
on.
no,
Come
sorry.
on.
I only practiced a whole bunch of other shit. But no, so you see, Zalin. I'm gonna say that you have Martha with you.
Oh, I have
And
Martha.
so, yeah. And so the two of you are just walking around. You see that guard is the guard is like, "Hey, I got some questions for you. You're gonna come with me. You take the
Alright.
pig. Oh, just come on."
Don't Martha.
And so as you accompany these guards to the barracks, the 3 of your companions come out of Palor's temple. They see the tail end. You all see, as you're just kind of spreading out to look for him, you see a bunch of guards and Zalin going south to the barracks.
They see the truck and convoy heading to the barracks.
Oh my
Pretty much.
god.
Pretty much.
Do we see Martha with them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Zalin's just carrying Martha to the barracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it. They got him already. Listen, I'm gonna go investigate at Orin's Pub. I've done some hunting. I'm gonna go look. Am I the best like survival person, or are you, Brondus? That's metagaming. Whatever. I guess go follow them? We have to do something.
Yeah, we'll make sure he doesn't, die.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna
Alright.
go figure out what attacked.
All right. Nice. So you all right. So we'll go to Flynn first. Flynn, where are you going? You're going to
Orin's Pub, yeah.
Okay. So we
Okay.
cut to Orin's Pub. It's a rip-roaring night, packed with people. You see that there is pretty much whole lot of drunks. And in the corner, there is... Oh, God. You see there is a man in the corner of the bar. He seems to be eyeing you as you walk in.
Ooh, fucking Aragorn.
got-
Okay, bitch, shit.
He's got, like a patch on his arm.
Okay.
It seems like it was kind of like sewn into his armor. And he, as you walk in, he kind of like gives you an up nod.
Do I recognize him or the patch?
So I want you to roll me a history.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Ooh.
So you sit down and he says, I noticed you walk in, and I couldn't help but think that. Oh, sorry, you know who this guy is. So he's part of the Hollow Knight Guild.
Okay.
His name is Jan. You know that he's like one of the upper ranked members of the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
And you know the patch is their symbol, and the patch. I'm gonna write the Hollow Knight Guild. So he's in the Hollow Knight Guild.
It's Jan, right?
And it's Jan. It is Jan and the Hollow Knight Guild. The symbol are two crossed daggers inside of a wreath of flame.
Cool.
And so
Sick
that's
fucking patch.
the Hollow Knight Guild. And so he says, he's like, I noticed that you were walking in, and seems like you're looking for something particular.
You presume a lot, Jan.
My reputation precedes me. I can see that. And he kind of leans back in his chair. He's got a glass of scotch. I'll say.
Well, yours does. Let's hope mine doesn't.
So he leans forward. He says, I noticed you with a Leonin walking in earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of my crew. Well, the crew I'm running with right now. I don't
It's a
usually
bit
run with a crew.
dangerous. Bit dangerous to be with a Leonin.
Yeah, for our
Nowadays.
enemies.
So he says, it's funny, you know, that's the second Leonin I've seen today.
So I hear. Where was the first?
First one went off. Guards got him. Second one, I don't know, walked in with you.
The guards got the first one?
You know, you seem like you'd be useful in a skirmish.
I mean,
Have you and your crew ever thought about joining the Hollow Knight?
I don't know about my crew, but I'm kind of doing my own thing right now.
Indeed. Well, when you can get your crew, come back here. I've got an offer and some information if that's something that you all would be interested in.
Do I have to
course.
take your offer in exchange for information?
No. Nothing like that.
What's this information gonna cost me?
He says, bring your crew back and we'll find out together. I'm leaking back into Australian. So we hard cut to the
Fine.
barracks.
I want to get my
We
crew.
hard cut to the barracks where we see Brondus and Zalin, or Brondus and Zoo, hot on the heels of these guards and Zalin as they come into the barracks. And Zalin, as soon as you open the door, you see that there is another Leonin that's sitting talking to the guards. You know this Leonin. This Leonin is from your clan. His name is Shanto. I'm gonna write that in chat. Whoops.
I'm gonna put that in my notes.
The Leonin looks up, and as soon as he sees you, he stands up. He goes, Zalin!
Yes, why are you here? Well, hey,
Just
listen.
straight to the point.
Listen. Yeah, because Zalin left his clan, so he's just like, what?
So the guards all like kind of stand at attention when he stands up and like the two of you start talking. And the guard that's talking to him, he's like, hold on. You two know each other? This is. Can you vouch? Can you vouch for this one? I've seen you around. I know that you're safe, and I've seen that dwarf and that elfling. I've even seen the pig. I've never seen this Leonin before.
Yeah, he's from my clan. I can vouch for him.
So he says, "Cause this one's a suspect in a murder. So I don't know what to tell you." But he the Shanto, he says, "I already told you. I found the body. I'm hunting something that probably did this." And he looks at Yuzan. He says, "Do you remember? You remember why you left? Do you remember what you're hunting? I think I found something related to it. I tracked it to this town."
Oh, did you now?
He says, "Yes. It's So he like kind of pushes past the guards. The guards seem as soon as you vouch for him, the guards seem to all settle down a bit. And he says, "It's some kind of shapeshifter. It's eyes and mouths. It mindlessly eats, but it can imperfectly turn into whatever it eats, but not for a long time. Only for a short while. I came here partly because I was tracking it, but also because I wanted to find you. Can you help? I can
Yes.
clear my name if we find this thing."
Yes, of course I'll help.
He says, "What about them?"
You're hunting, huh? I can get down with that.
Is it a vampire?
No, it is not a vampire.
Damn it! Just
Is it the vampire from Resident Evil 8?
want to hunt vampires.
I don't know. I don't even know what that.
Yeah, I don't get that reference either.
Yeah, I've only played Super Smash Brothers. But
It's the 8-foot tall Eastern European vampire
Basically
lady.
Vampire.
Oh, the
That's
vampire
100%,
lady?
yeah.
She's very tall.
So
Big titty vampire elf.
yeah, so you collect your group, and you see that as you're heading out, Flynn, you're like booking it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing to like find your crew.
Yeah.
You all run into each other. Just as the sun has finally set, it is nighttime. Nightlife in Ogsleep is not huge. It's not bustling, but there are a couple of partiers. There's more than one pub in town. So you see that there's a few people that have already started to get their drink on, and they're having a grand old time.
Okay, so
what would you like to do?
Guys, glad you're out
Yes.
of jail. Don't know who that is. I need your help. Listen, come to me with this pub. Homeboy's there. Adventure Guild guy, doesn't matter. Thing about the monster, I assume this guy's involved. I'm pointing at Shanto. I assume somehow the other Leonin is involved somehow. We gotta, come on, let's go. And I'm already starting to turn around and walk that way.
Zoo is
Alright.
like right behind Flynn on the way.
Also, where's Martha?
Zalin is still holding Martha.
Okay, good.
Throughout the
God.
whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of tail the party because it's night and I'm tired, and I don't like dark because sun.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait, but
That's
we
fair.
need you in the pub with us.
Who's in the lead right now? Who's at the
Probably me, because I'm like, let's go, come on.
front? Okay. Flynn, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh boy. I see nothing.
Ooh.
I see nothing.
May
Cool.
I? I'm right behind her.
So as you're walking forward, Flynn, you see out of the corner of your eye something move, and your head just like whips around, and you don't see anything, but you know for sure that something just quickly ran, but
Okay.
you're not sure what. But you continue on.
Can I slow my pace?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna slow
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
pace and try to get like line in line with Zalin. Like I
Okay.
slow down
I kept up.
to walk with Zalin, and I kind of like stealthily, without like looking at him or anything. You know what I mean? I'm like, something just darted past us in the dark. But we were
If
still going to
this-
the pub, right? Like,
while moving, can Zalin do a tracking check if it is his favorite enemy?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, roll me
So-
survival.
And I would have had advantage on that, but it
Yeah,
didn't matter
yeah.
because I was the left one.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
So,
Ooh.
yeah. So we see Zalin. So, Flynn, you look at Zalin, you see his, like, the cat eye things that kind of widen a little bit as you see he begins to, you begin to sniff the air, and you smell something wrong, which is a very similar scent to that creature that you had run into a while ago that set you on your journey as an adventurer to begin with. And you sense that it might have gone, you sense that it is down the alley. And you see Zalin just kind of like turn his head towards the alley and begin to like sniff the air.
Zalin puts Martha on the ground. It proceeds to the alley.
Zalin.
Okay.
Zalin, where are you going? I guess we have to follow.
Zalin flags everybody to follow him.
Okay, because, like, but Zalin, the pub, we're supposed to be going to the... Ugh.
So, turning down the alleyway, you see that there is a man. He's a human. He looks drunk. And he's stumbling around holding a glass. Funny thing is, the glass is empty. And he's just kind of stumbling, swaying back and forth. Zoo, I want you to roll me an insight.
I have a question.
Cool.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oof.
Did Zalin tell us everything? Or, like, I guess we skipped that part, so we know nothing about who Shanto is or what is happening here.
I think the only people that do know about that would possibly be Brondus and Zoo, if they were in the barracks at the time when that discussion was happening.
If you want,
So you didn't
you
tell
can
us
just have
shit,
it so,
like, is what you're saying. Like,
I mean-
we don't know anything.
I mean, it was a walk between
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
here and there. Like, if
Okay.
you want, you can, like, Aaron Sorkin walk and talk it, where, like, you just, on your way, you're just like, this is Shanto as part of my clan. Shanto's like, sup? And, like, you can do kind of whatever you want there.
Okay, so
if
then...
you just want to kind of assume that the party knows the
Okay,
information
yeah,
that you
yeah,
know
yeah.
is true.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
then
like-
That's totally fine.
in that case, I start whispering to Zalin as we're, like, moving down this alleyway. Didn't you say it could take the form of the last thing it ate?
Yeah.
So it'd be a human right now, is basically what
Potentially.
we're saying.
Potentially. And that
Zoo,
is-
with your insight, you see it looks like this guy is so drunk that he's just doing the same movement over and over and over and over again. It's like he's leaning back and then he leans forward. It's like clockwork. It's like a pendulum. And he turns around to you and he is just stumbling back and forth, stumbling closer to you. And this guy looks so drunk. You get the feeling his glass is probably empty because he drank it. And he gets within like 10 feet of you, and he stops. And he's just kind of standing, looking at the five of you. What would you like to do?
Zalin,
could Could I possibly make another survival check to see if he is an aberration? Or would that
yeah.
be something else?
That seems fine. Survival seems good because it is.
Okay.
If it is your favorite enemy, you would have an expertise in tracking it.
Okay. And I
Great.
get advantage, so it's another 22.
Perfect.
Nice.
So Zalin, you take a look at this thing. You sniff the air. You lean in a little bit. You can see that there are things that are very strange about this man. You notice that his glass, it doesn't look like there was liquid in it. It looks like dry. You also see that beneath his hair, it looks like his hair is moving, but there is no wind. His hair is kind of like rippling a little bit. You notice that his clothing is also rippling a little bit.
Ew.
Zalin immediately pulls out his sword and points it at this thing.
So it, as soon as you pull your sword out, this man, he turns, but like just the bottom half of his body just like turns and begins to run in the opposite direction. The front half of his body is still facing you.
Ugh.
We're going to go into what I like to call a skill challenge mode.
Skill challenge mode?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, he was
Or
really beautiful.
a chase scene.
A chase scene. He was really beautiful
So-
before he split his body in half and turned into a crazy monster.
Yeah. So now here's what's going to happen. You're all going to make different checks to try and pursue this guy. You need to not get 3 failures over the course of this chase.
Okay. What are the checks? Are we making them up?
We're going to find out right now.
Cool.
So first, he sprints out. You all follow through the alleyway. First thing that happens is you see he takes there are these barrels lined up. He knocks them over right at the end of the alleyway. You can either roll me an athletics to try and push through. You can roll me an acrobatics to try and jump. Or if there's a different skill that you can justify, you can roll that. But that is the first hurdle.
Alrighty. Zalin will do an athletics.
All right, Zalin. Go for it.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. Great. So the way that I handle it is a nat 20, a critical success, will count as a success for you, and then if your buddy fails, you can take them with you. A critical failure is the opposite. So, Zalin, you see Zalin just like shoulder through the barrels. You see he breaks one in half. Brondus, what are you doing? Perfect. You see Brondus like, takes his shoulder and just like boof. You see one barrel completely shatters. Zoo, what are you doing?
Acrobatics.
Go for it.
Oof.
Fuck.
Wonderful. So we see Zoo try and leap over one of these barrels, but it explodes because it was just crashed into by one of their friends, 2 of their friends. However, as that happens, we see Zalin kind of reach back and grabs you, but as you all continue to run, Flynn, what are you doing for this?
Can I use my hammer? I want to use my hammer like a cricket bat to try to like explode one of the.
Yeah.
So like I just kind of swing it and
roll me an
golf ball
attack.
it. Was that one?
Yeah,
you think
go
that's
for it.
one-handed?
Roll me an attack with your hammer. 14? Perfect. So we see as that's happening, Zoo, as you're being grabbed by the collar and just pulled along, you turn to your left and you see Flynn just like slow-mo, just like bam, like knock a barrel out of the way as you all continue to run. So now this guy runs into a crowd that have gathered in the town square. You can all either roll me an intimidate, a persuasion, or a deception, or a performance, whatever you would like. The DCs are going to be different for each one, but you need to get through this crowd so you can catch him.
Can I? Okay, do we have an initiative roll base right now?
No, because skill challenges we're not gonna do initiative.
Okay, can I use prestidigitation to like do some like fireworks, kind of like a little bit far, like off in the other direction to see if I can draw the crowd away?
Absolutely. So you.
Oh, I don't have to do that. Sorry.
Okay, great. So you begin to cast this spell. You're going to get advantage on whatever check you end up going with. So you can roll me performance if you'd like.
Okay.
And that will be able to distract, and you'll get advantage.
Okay. Oof.
Great. Okay. So we see Flynn just being like, "Everybody look at the fireworks!" And like you just like, like kind of in the distance. Brondus, it is your turn.
Is Martha still with us?
Oh yeah, Martha's just like, just kind of following, trudging along back.
We haven't even tried to talk to Martha yet, and we both have speak with animals now.
Might be a little risky, but I would like to try and do an animal handling check. Basically, just smack Martha's butt and just have her run through the crowd, distracting everyone.
Perfect.
Set Martha.
So,
Loud ass pig running through everyone.
So you can roll me animal handling if you'd like to do something like that. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So you see Martha's just like, "Ree!" and like just starts running through the crowd. You see people begin to part in the middle of the crowd, and you, Brondus, are able to run through as normal. Who is left? Zalin, why don't you go ahead and how are you dispersing the crowd?
Zalin just do an athletics check, and it's just rushing through the crowd.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Go.
Yeah,
for
Zalin, are you starting to get
Let's do
intense?
it.
Is this the dude you've been chasing?
It's something.
Okay. Ooh. You are plowing people over.
I'm just fucking knocking bitches in 6 feet into the air.
So we see as Flynn, as you're like making fireworks, no one seems to be looking, but you see that there's like people begin to close in front of you, but then Zalin like dives into them and just starts like throwing them out of the way, and you just kind of follow in his wake as he's just like huffing it after.
Oh my god.
That was fucking great. Zoo, do you we didn't go for you yet, right? For this part of the skill challenge? Alright, go for it.
Could I
what would you like?
possibly, instead of running over everyone, like stealth my way through the crowd?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, go ahead and roll me stealth.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Hop
Thank
off.
God.
Great.
Oh, I knew that one would be better.
So we see as people are like distracted by Zalin throwing people left and right, Zoo is just like kind of dancing between the space between these people and just quickly weaves through the crowd. Before you know it, you are through the crowd, and this man is cornered. Turns to an alleyway, and he is cornered by all 5 of you. The 4 of you and Shanto. You see this man, he kind of like opens his mouth, and you hear in like a weird, like 6 voice thing, you hear, he begins to speak, and at first he's like, "Oh, yes, great night we're having tonight, isn't it?" And he just keeps saying that over. He's like, "Great night tonight, great night tonight, great night tonight, great night tonight." And you see his form begins to melt, and he becomes a cluster of, like, you see his clothes begin to sprout mouths, and you see eyes begin to form, like, all over his body, until you see quite the horrifying abomination in front of you. It is a cluster of gross mouths and eyes.
It's an amalgamation. Oh lordy.
It is.
Oh, it's cut
It
off
is
for
an
some
amalgamation.
reason. Oh, there we go.
There we go. And it begins to it uses the mouths to like to pull itself forward. And we're going to roll for initiative.
Initiative.
Wow, that was bad.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god. That is the first time Zalen's ever been at the top of initiative.
Bro, I got a
Hell
20.
yeah.
I got a 19.
Are you ready for combat?
I'm so fucking ready. Let's fuck some shit up.
Combat.
Ooh, look at this
All right.
alleyway.
Yeah, so you are currently, you've cornered this thing. Flynn?
Yeah.
You are up first. Zalin, you're next. You're on deck. Go ahead, Flynn.
Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna get any closer. But I think I want to go ahead and try to blast the sucker.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Jesus. Love that.
Damn. Well, I mean, it hits.
Okay.
Its armor
Okay,
class
sick,
is very
sick,
low.
sick.
So you can, so you can go ahead and roll for it.
Did it not go in?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. So you see Flynn raise her warhammer, and you see the gem glow once more as this huge beam of energy goes colliding with this creature. Flynn, I need you to roll me a wisdom save real quick,
Oh, boy.
because you see that its mouths are constantly just spouting stuff in a language you can't understand.
A wisdom?
Yeah.
Why don't I see wisdom? Am I blind?
So it's going to be on the left-hand side. It's going to be
Oh.
above, yeah,
I see.
above your
Oh my
skills.
god! I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Ooh.
So,
You got
you
the
see,
Zalin curse.
I did.
so Flynn, you hear all of these voices begin to emit from its mouths, and you can see, you hear something like the whole of time and space consumes you, and like all kinds of like weird stuff like echoing in your mind. And you hear, even through Solace shouting at you in your mind, you hear like, snap out of it, but you can't. There is something happening to you that will not happen until your next turn.
Oh boy. Oh, love that for
Or at
me.
least you're not gonna know what it is until your next turn. Zalin, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Zalid will move over here to be essentially around the corner, but still have a good vantage point to shoot at it.
Okay.
And
Yeah, go for
Zalid will use longbow. So, yeah. Woo!
Okay, solid.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
not fair.
So
Does that
Zalid,
automatically add the +2?
so the +2's to your attack, but I've plugged it in.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you your arrow sinks into one of its many mouths, and you see the mouth like it spits out this like brackish like dark blood, and the mouth like snaps the arrow in half as it seems to like swallow it. But you have dealt a considerable amount of damage to it. Its turn. Oh, sorry, Zalin, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Now, because
yeah.
it is my favorite enemy, would I be able to understand it now, since I do have the speak with animals, since it is a beast?
So it is not. It is an aberration, which is different than a beast.
Okay.
I will, because it is your favorite enemy, I will give you advantage on the wisdom save.
Okay. So here's hoping my barrel roll hits. That works.
Perfect. So you hear its mouth. You hear it begin to like speak at you, and you cover your ears so you can't really hear what it's saying. And now it's its turn. So you see it begin to take the many mouths that's attached to it and begin to like pull itself forward as it approaches. It slides its way up right here, and it goes to chomp on Brondus.
Oh no.
So Brondus, first thing it does is it tries to bite you,
Okay.
and it tries to bite you really fucking hard. That is a 7. So you see its amorphous body mouths just begin to launch out at Brondus, who raises his shield up, and they just start to... you hear the sound of like metal being scraped as its teeth begin to try and like bite at your shield. It also attempts to spit a glob of something at Zalin. You see from the mouth that you shot, it opens its mouth and it just like launches this glob of spittle at you, which is, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Yeah. So yeah, so you see as this glob of spittle lands directly in front of you, it explodes in this flash of light, and you are temporarily blinded.
Awesome.
As you hear it begin to murmur all of these things again, and Brondus, it's your turn.
All right.
Okay.
Zoo, what is your AC?
14.
Zoo, you're up next.
And Flynn, what's yours?
My AC, I think it's also 16. Yeah.
All right. Zoo,
You
you
metagamer?
have to get... You only have melee weapons, right?
I'm sorry?
Zoo, you only have melee weapons, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So first off, I'm gonna try and move like right here, trying to get a better blocking position for Flynn and Zalin. And
Okay.
then what I'm gonna do is cast Shield of Faith on Zoo.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So that's your bonus action. So you still get a regular action if you'd like. You do subtract a spell slot from casting Shield of Faith. You see Brondus murmur something, and Zoo, you see these these locked in shields just kind of appear in front of you in like this wall.
That is so sick.
That's awesome.
It's pretty dope.
All right, and that gives a +2 to our AC, I think.
Yeah, Zoo, you have +2 to your armor class for the next 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
So like a fuck ton of rounds.
Epic. I love that.
Brondus, what else are you doing?
I want to try and push it back, but
You got 5
I
seconds.
think I'm in the wrong.
Body block that fucker with your shield.
Attack. An attack.
Nice.
Where is it?
Oh
Yeah.
no!
So as Brondus is like, he casts this spell, and then he like just kind of, he's looking at you, Zoo, and then he's just kind of like swinging his sword at it with his other hand. And it's just like, you're just kind of swinging in the air. But you did cast a spell at Zoo, which is nice. I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Okay. Let me pull that up.
Yeah. So Brondus, you also hear.
No.
You see, you kind of lock eyes with a bunch of its many eyes, and they just kind of bore into your soul, and you begin to hear.
Wait. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. I just clicked my stat. Saving throw.
That's right. Saving
then
throws
plus
are
6.
more than just the stat. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
yeah.
shit.
So that's fine. So you So you're fine.
What the fuck? Wait.
You hear.
Wait. Where's the saving throws?
So
Like,
the
what-
saving throws are above your skills.
Oh, fuck. I definitely threw the wrong one. That's okay, though.
So you begin to hear it like say something like very personal information about you, but you shake your head off, and you You trust in your faith, and that seems to sustain you for now. Zoo, it is your turn, and then top of the round is Flynn, which we'll see something that's about to happen to you.
Listen.
Okay.
Wait, what about Shanto?
Oh, yeah. Shanto will go after Zoo.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Shanto ain't just standing here. Come on.
He's just like, sup.
He's literally
Zala
just
get-
like sitting in the pool over there.
Yeah.
He sees
He's got a
Zala get hit
beer.
in the face with a flashbang. He's just like, yeah, glad that's not me.
He's like, wow, that sucks. Shit. Wow. Alright, Zoo, it's your turn, and then Shanto's gonna go, and then Flynn.
All right, so Zoo, now with epic shields, thanks to Brondus, is going to just move right in front of this thing and jump up with the sickles and try to like slash into it.
Okay, go for it.
He's hanging out with Martha. That's what Shanto's doing.
Ooh, 7. Yeah, that absolutely hits. So you just begin to like hack into it. You get like 3 of its eyes, and you get some of its teeth go flying out, and it starts to leak this fluid onto the ground.
Ugh.
Zoo, I need you to roll me a wisdom save. Cool. All right, so you pass. You also begin to hear all of these like whispers in your ear, but you just shake them off. Your will is iron. And now it's Shanto's turn. So Shanto is going to take a step forward. You see he has these 2 daggers, and he just begins to like try and shiv it a bunch of times. That is a 4, and then with his offhand weapon, that's an 8. So he completely useless. He's just chilling. So Flynn, at the beginning of your turn, something is about to happen to you.
Okay.
I want you to roll me a d8, just a straight up d8.
Oh my god. Oh
Cool.
my
So-
god. What is happening?
So, a creature affected by the gibbering mouther, on a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing. So you see Flynn is just like standing, covering her ears. As Flynn, you hear you hear these voices echoing in your mind. You just hear like, "You always shit your pants," and like you like. All right, Zalin, it's your turn. So you are blinded right now. If you do attack, you'll have disadvantage, but you can still attack if that's something you'd like to do. It's totally up to you.
I don't have anything on me to deal with blind. I think Zalin will just move back here, or at least attempt to, and just wait this turn to get rid of blind.
So Flynn, you failure until the start of. Okay, yeah. So Flynn, at the end of you shake it off at the end of your turn, and you've just in time to see Zalin just like crash into you as he tries to move like in a general direction.
Oh my god.
And he bumps into you, and it's like quite abrasive. You don't take damage or anything, but it's jarring. And then right at the end of your turn, you seem to gain your vision back. And now it's this creature's turn. So this creature is going to attempt to try and bite Brondus again. That is a 20 to hit. Brondus, your armor class is 18. So you try and interpose your shield, and you hear the same sound of like metal being scraped by its teeth, but then you see it begin to leak over your shield and it begins to like bite into your arm. And Brondus, you're taking oh god.
That's
All right.
not good.
That's what it says.
Shit.
How big of a dice roll is this?
It's 4d6. So you take 16 piercing damage, and you see it's like ripping at your shield arm. Brondus, it's your turn.
All right. Well, if it's got a hold of my arm and shield, then I'm going to try and pin it against this wall here. Just shove all my weight into it against this wall. So
Go for it.
I'm guessing that's basically grappling. Is what?
Mhm. Yeah, so you're gonna roll me in athletics, and it's going to be against its athletics, which is just a straight up d20 for it. That is a
Oh
7.
my god!
Damn. So you try and push into it, but you seem to just like push into its amorphous body as it tries to like envelop around you. As it's just like it's using all of these mouths to hook itself into the ground as you just try and push in, and it's still like tearing at you. Anything else for you, Brondus? Or are you good? If you have any bonus action stuff, which I don't think
Does
you do,
healing
except for Shield of Faith.
potion count as a bonus action?
Your Lay on Hands is an action, and Cure Wounds is an action.
No, but like drinking a healing potion.
Oh, that's also an action. That's like a straight
Okay,
up,
never mind then.
action. All right, Zoo, it's your turn,
All
and
right.
then it's going to be Shantos.
So, once again, Zoo is gonna come at it with the scythes, but this time I'm gonna try to like maybe target one of the little like arm, like the arm thing that's coming up. Maybe like try to slice that off.
Nice. All right, go for it.
Oh fuck
Damn.
it!
Damn.
Pop
Wow,
off,
okay.
Zoo.
So you start to just like you start hacking at it. You see Zoo just like Zoo hasn't moved from the spot that that they're in, and just like starts like just like hacking the shit out of this thing. Yeah, it looks really, really damaged. It doesn't look super damaged, but you've it looks almost like it's like leaking a bit. And
Nice.
now it is.
Wait! Can I use cunning
yeah.
action?
Yes, absolutely. Go for
Okay,
it.
so while it's distracted by its leaking arm, I would like to try to kind of hide maybe in a blind spot over here. Perhaps. Can I run around it?
Yeah, you can just do that
Okay.
normally.
Oh, it says in cunning action that's when I can use my bonus action to hide.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Oh
I
yeah.
could do
Sorry,
that
to
before.
hide. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can
Yeah.
do it. You can
So
do
I'm
it whenever.
hiding kind of like in the like.
Cool.
Great.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
roll me a stealth. Oh yeah. So you see Zoo duck down, hide beneath a big broken piece of barrel, and has like the tooth size like ready to go. You see Shanto. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. All right. Well, so you see Shanto. He tries to stab down at it, but it just kind of like kind of moves right out of the way as his dagger hits the ground, and he stabs at it with the other dagger. Just barely makes it. He doesn't deal a lot of damage. He deals 6 points of damage as he just kind of stabs at one of its eyes. Flynn, it's your turn. Flynn, you're back to normal. Zalin, you're next. You're also back to normal.
Okay. Yeah, so I like shake it off and I'm pissed and I two-hand try to get into one of their mouths. Sorry, I'm gonna get closer and I'm gonna two-hand it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, finally. Also,
Nice.
we have an add d6 to a roll whenever we want to redeem that. And I also have another NPC accent, which is strong, rambling, Nordic, Bjork energy.
Strong, rambling, Australian?
No,
Okay, sorry.
Nordic.
This is like the first time I'm reading the chat today.
Yeah, no.
See, like, we already have Australian! We have so much Australian! Yeah, okay, all right, so Nordic? Got it. All right, sweet.
We don't have an NPC right now, but...
Yeah, we'll have plenty of NPCs. So you crash this hammer down, you smush one of the mouths, and it just like explodes into like little bits of teeth, and like a little bit of its hard palate just kind of goes flying. You kind of like cock your head to the side as it flies past your head. Zalin, it's your turn, my dude.
All right. Round 2 with the longbow. Let's do this. All right, let's go. Shit.
Yeah, 9 is exactly what its AC is. So you fire this longbow at it, and or fire an arrow. You don't throw your longbow at it. You see this arrow go flying past your head, Zoo, and land directly in one of its bigger eyes. And Zalin, you deal 7 points of damage, which is this number. So it starts to you see it's beginning to slump on part of it. You see that it's starting to raise tendrils, and it's just kind of it seems a bit weaker than it was before. But now it's its turn. So it's going to try and bite. I guess it's going to try and bite Flynn.
Of course it is.
That's a 6.
Okay.
So it starts to reach out, but you interpose Solus, and you just see its mouths are just trying to nom on Solus, but they can't seem to do anything. It then tries to spit a glob at Brondus. Brondus, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So it's and you raise your shield just in time as you see this blinding flash of light all around your body, all around the shield, and you close your eyes, and you are not blinded, so you're good. Brondus, it's your turn.
I blinked at just the right time.
You blinked exactly when they took the picture.
All right. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting how this works. Does Smite use a spell slot?
Smite. So what happens is with Smite, when you make an attack, if you hit, after you know that you've hit, you can then say, I want to Smite. And then you'll expend a spell slot, and you'll just click the Smite, and it'll just deal extra damage.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, let's give this a shot. God damn it.
All right, 9 is its
9
AC,
hits.
so you do hit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so 9, exactly. Oh my god, Jesus.
Nice.
What the hell?
That's 50. Wow, this thing is almost dead. So you
Wait.
So you see-
Kat wants to add the D6 to Brondus.
I mean, it's fine. It already he hit. So
Yeah, okay.
we can save it.
Okay, we got
But
two
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Not do for damage?
No, only for D20 stuff.
Okay.
So you still deal 17 points of damage. This thing looks really... So you see Brondus just barely course correct his sword, and it hits the center of mass, and you see as it makes contact, Brondus then begins chanting in Dwarvish, and you see his sword, it lights on fire. And Brondus, you feel that same feeling that you got in your dream where you smote that zombie, same exact feeling, and you hear this creature screech out of all of its mouths as it burns from the inside. This thing looks super close to death. Zoo, it's your turn.
Okay, so since Zoo is hidden, she can now use, or they can now. I am misgendering my own self. I'm sorry.
I know. I was wondering.
I can
How dare
use-
you get out of my game? No,
I'm canceling myself.
I'll cancel you on Twitter later about it.
Anyway, I'm using sneak attack,
for it,
and
go
I'm
for it.
going to run at this man and try to jump on him and slash him with this sneak attack that I did not hit at all. So I'm just on there.
So sneak attack is extra damage. You still have to roll to attack.
Yeah.
Perfect. So because you are attacking from a place of hiding, you have advantage with that, which now grants you sneak attack. So you make contact with your scythe. So Zoo, how do you kill it?
Bro, I take both of these scythes and come straight down from the top of its head and split this fucker in half.
Damn. So you see its amorphous body just withers, and you see it begin to shrink in on itself until all of the liquid leaks out of it. And you just see this saggy skin full of mouths, teeth, and eyes as it
So
just
epic.
Holy shit.
Badass.
slumps onto the ground. Nice. We are out
Oh
of
my
combat.
god. I thought I fucked up.
With a 5.
Just
belly
an
You're
flop
totally
on
good.
it.
rolls a 5.
So the captain of the guard. So at this point, this creature just like is leaking onto the ground. The captain of the guard. You recognize him from his regalia. He runs up to you all, and I'm going to get his mini right now. It's this guy. It's this guy.
Okay.
Captain of the guard. I'm gonna blow him up so you all can see what it
I
looks
was
like.
the glory
Boy, did I
that
choose
is
a
this
weird.
guard.
Did I choose a weird one? All right, so
The 3 fucking Musketeers Halloween
He
costume
looks
rolls
like-
up on
I
us.
love
He looks like
him.
the main guy from Princess Bride.
Please make it bigger.
First mini I had. So he runs up,
Yo.
and you know what? We'll make him the Nordic one, I guess. And so he runs up, and he's like, "What happened here?"
Zalin looks at the guard captain, points at the aberration's corpse, and is like, "Found your killer."
So he says, "Oh, this was not what I had expected to find today. I can't say that I had originally thought it would be 2 Leonin." Wait a second. He has to be like brash and bold, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be like rambling.
Strong rambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong
so,
and brash.
So
Now we're men.
so he comes up, and and he stops what he's doing, and he
Believe that you are in the clear, as are you.
and he points to Zalin and Shanto, and he gives you a nod, and he says,
What the hell was that thing?
I'm not entirely sure. Zalin, what
Oh,
was
sorry,
that thing?
I have Mickey Mouse voice.
Zalin, what
Oh,
was
so
that?
It was an aberration. That's all I can really tell you what it is. Even I have no clue what the high heavens it is.
You had no.
It's
You.
just,
So
it is just ungodly.
It was a blob with a lot of teeth.
What is it doing here?
Hell if I know.
We didn't really ask questions.
I like that we're just like, okay, well, monster, let's.
Let's just fucking fight it.
Okay.
All we know is that it
Yeah.
really enjoyed this evening. Because it said it like 5 times.
So the captain, let's say that his name is Skirfinden. That's a pretty North sounding name, right?
Yeah.
He says,
Well, I, Captain Skerfinden of the Card, I congratulate all of you on your heroic exploit here. I will make sure that the magistrate knows of this great deed, and I must say, I have scratching my head all day thinking about what could possibly have been responsible for all of this wanton death and gore. So, thank you very much for helping us.
and
You're
he
welcome.
gives you a salute, but like Nordic style. So it's like horns or something. And he walks away. He starts to. You see, he's like writing something down. Undoubtedly, his report of what's going on. And from there, we see Shanto. He goes up to you, Zalin, and he says, "I've been hunting this thing for a long time. I'm happy that. Well, I'm hoping that you're one step closer to solving whatever it is that you're hunting."
As am I, Shanto, as am I.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to help more.
You were kind of useless.
I know, it's an off day. Alright, it's an off day.
You did your best. That's all that matters.
Thanks, that's what the rest of the clan tells me.
Poor Shanto. We're bullying him. Do you want to high five Martha, Shanto? Will that make you feel better?
You can do that?
Oh yeah.
I pick up.
Hold on. Zalin would like to use speak with animals to Martha to talk with Martha about giving Shanto a high five.
Okay, good, because I've
Tyler's been
completely
practicing
different
this.
So we see Zalin. We see Zalin, like, stops what he's doing for a while, and he, like, takes in a deep breath, and when he opens his eyes, they are a bright green, glowing green, all throughout the entire eye. And Zalin, you can see all of the ley lines running beneath the city, and you realize that there are ley lines everywhere. Some of them, they're stronger in other places than others, but you can tap into them no matter where you are. He puts his hand on the ground and puts it to his throat. And you hear Zalin begin to, like, and, like, he begins to speak. Martha. So go ahead, Zalin. You asked to speak with animals. What do you want to say?
All right. Zalin goes, "Hey Martha, can you just give Shanto a good high five for a good pick-me-up? He seems a little down to the dumps with what happened in this fight."
So you hear, Martha opens her mouth, and you hear, "Daijoubu da Zaren, nazete watashi ga kita." And she rears up on her hind hoof.
Oh
And
my
like
god.
just this leap, and we cut at this hoof and like a paw, and like you're leaping in the air like, yeah. And then, like, so, like, Martha lands.
Can we please have like a to be continued JoJo moment, just like right at the precipice of the high five, like, oh my god.
In a perfect world, I would use Roundabout for all of the outro music, but it's copyrighted.
It's
and
copyrighted.
I would pay, yes, to be able to use Roundabout for the outro.
Can't you just pitch it down like 3 steps and it's fine?
No, I don't think so.
In a perfect world, I don't want to risk Liz's stream for my weeb.
Oh my god, that was amazing. When you said,
I love the fact that the only person that hears that is Zalin. Everybody else just hears.
Yeah,
like,
the rest of you just hear like pig sounds, but to Zalin, and then you all hear like this like you hear Martha's stomach growl, and she looks at you, Zalin, and she's like, "Ikuzo!" And she just like starts running off to the nearest restaurant.
oh my god. Was this Kita who made it All Might?
Yeah, it was Kita. Kita made it All Might.
Oh my god.
You've been practicing to deliver that, and I cannot deal. That was amazing.
It was.
I have so many more phrases to use.
I'm so excited.
So many phrases.
Oh, I'm so happy I did that.
Oh my god.
Like last time, I'll get to it. Because we're about to wrap up. So we fade. It has been. There we go. We fade to a week later. Our heroes slowly approach the library. They check in at the front desk, where the clerk points them to the young adult section. We see them walking slowly to the area. The library's deserted. They wait a considerable amount of time until they hear a psst. As one, they turn to see the origin of the sound. There's a dragonborn, scales a lustrous silver turning the corner. He clears his throat. Thank you for meeting me here. Tell me, adventurers, how much danger would you like to see? Are those fucking kanji that are being drawn on Martha?
Maybe.
It's menacing. It's menacing. Menacing is being drawn on Martha.
Good.